Another day, man. Another day. What else can we say? We're here for a shorty, quickie. We're gonna do this. I haven't streamed for the last 2 days, so we owe you one. We'll probably try to get on tonight and do our normal thing, but for right now, we got a game against LSU that doesn't deserve prime time. It is not a very good game. It is LSU is 1-7, and so they're fighting for their rights to stay in the Premier League. Yo, phenomenal. What's going on, man? It's a long time no see. I know, but I hope you're doing well. We're just sneaking on here for a little lunchtime, a little bit past lunch, but try to sprinkle in some of these streams for people like yourself who may not get to watch me at my normal time. Told you I started working out. Yeah, but good for you. Good for your mental health as well. And I used to work at a nutrition store, and I studied sports nutrition, and I played semi-pro football, and I had a pro wrestler brother. I know a lot of people who have done steroids, a lot of family and friends who have done powerlifting professionally. One used to be my brother-in-law. He actually set the powerlifting record for firefighters. There's like a firefighter competition for weightlifting. The dude had the record at one point for biggest bench press. But yeah, nonetheless, I'm trying to say if I can help or answer questions, I'm happy to, and have some actual basis and foundation for that knowledge. 2-3 months, I want to turn into a fucking tank. Hey, just patient though. You'll see results. You'll definitely notice it. But 2 to 3 months to make a rapid life, transition. You have to think if it was that easy, everybody would be pro athletes and stuff. And so, don't give up. Body likes to plateau, right? You hit those points where it's like, I'm just not getting bigger. I'm just not getting stronger. And you got to just kind of grind at it. Change your workout up, keep your workouts like spontaneous so your body doesn't just, get used to it, and go after it. But you can get a 6-pack in 2 to 3 months. That's fair. Just have realistic goals. A lot of people will go to the gym for a week or two and they get really sore, and then they don't see the results, and they're like, what's the point? And they quit. A lot of people start to go to the gym, they start eating more because your body is working more. Your muscles need to rebuild, and so they end up gaining a little weight, but muscle gains more than weight. So don't look at the scale. People have a lot of different reasons why they give up. And but yeah, feet are killing me. Yeah. If you want bigger arms, do heavier curls, less reps. So if you can do like curls with 15s 20 times, then do curls with 35s like 4 times, and just eat in 3 days. And I've changed my appetite. Yeah, eating a lot of carbs. For a person trying to gain weight, that's all good. Eating carbs, especially since you're working out more, keep your energy up. But I'm telling you, oysters, it sounds kind of silly, but oysters have all that copper, and you're young enough. Copper, selenium, and zinc, you might actually still be able to squeeze a little more out of your pituitary glands and your natural body's growth. You might actually just trigger yourself to grow a little more. And but yeah, gotta learn the form exactly. And that's very smart and wise. You're already ahead of it. A lot of people just go at it and then they get hurt. They don't fully know what they're doing. Do it with some smarts. Do it with some pride too, like doing your exercises like properly. That was one of the things I liked when I was in high school and I was working out a lot for sports. My coach called me the technician. He's like, he's the technician. His form, he does this the right way, and he tries to get it, repetition every time the same, and your body appreciates that too. So keeps you from getting hurt. And yeah, just take pride in doing your exercises right. In this day and age, if you ever do a push-up on YouTube, people will tear your ass apart if you don't do it right. People will tell you you're not going down far enough. People will tell you that you're locking your elbows out, whatever. Do your workouts like you're always having somebody critique it and tell you, but like You know, my push-ups I learned from fucking military people. They're, for me, you can tell me there's other ways to do push-ups, but I know that the way I'm doing push-ups is a pretty standard way of doing them. And that's really when I got, like, my brother came back from National Guard, like boot camp, whatever, and he's like, here's what they told me, you know, you do as many push-ups as you can in 2 minutes, and every day try to do one more or more than one, you know, just try to beat your record, and just do that for a couple weeks, couple months, and you'll by yourself with that alone see difference. And I learned how to do push-ups, and then I started doing like diamond push-ups, and then wide grip, and then narrow grip, and then like putting your hands lower, putting your hand like you know, the one hand push-ups, the jumps and claps and shit. Just keep yourself challenged, dude, and you're young enough, you got your whole future, you're starting good habits. Sorry, I'm checking some work stuff here, I'm not completely off the clock. But good seeing you, brother. Good to hear that doing something for yourself, doing something that's going to help you, and also give you some confidence. If you want to play sports or do any of those stuff, you know, you just have a better chance of being good, better at it. But did squats with the bar without anything on it, it's perfectly fine, and you're getting your form starting with no weight on the bar until you get that form right. Like I said, it'll just prevent you from getting hurt. Like, and it's one of those things that I always remember doing workouts at the gym, doing workouts in high school, having like my gym teacher, my physical education teacher, like tell me how to do this stuff. But then when my brother came back from the military and I started doing push-ups, and then when I started working out, and my buddy's dad, who was like a power lifter, like he was top 100 in the country at one point, maybe top 50, can't remember exactly. He's got trophies in his house. He was roided up. He's a nasty fucking dude. To this day, he has bands, but he posts videos. He has weightlifting bands, so it's kind of unofficial, but like he's bench pressing 500, 600 pounds still, and he's like 65, 60 at least. What, want to be fucking Rick Martel? Hell yeah, dude. Arrogance, Cologne, by Phenomenal. Fucking love it, dude. You just gotta remember when you get there, get me a job in writing. And my buddy is actually neighbors, used to be neighbors, was friends with a guy who supposedly writes for WWE. I talked to him a couple times, pretty fucking cool, I like him. I don't know how much or what he's writing, he might just be doing like social, I don't even know. But like he sent me some pictures. He's like, I heard you were at the AEW show. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I got a couple pictures of Chris Jericho, and like, you know, showed him what I put on Twitter. He's like, I was sitting on camera side looking at you guys, and I could see you up there when you guys, because my friend's 6'8", so every time he stood up and went, you know, to get the concession or go to the bathroom, he's pretty obvious. He's like, I saw you guys, and I took a picture, and he has a picture of us, but then he's got a pic. He's like 2 seats from ringside. He's literally 1 seat behind front row, and he's just casually there for work. I'm like, dude, I hate my job. The best part of my job is that I get to sometimes break away and play a video game. But nonetheless, if I get any connections, I have any knowledge or anything, you know, I'll get you the word, dude. We'll try to get the belt on you. We'll try to get you in. There's this kid, dude. He's good. He's coming out of Romania. I think he can come in and get some instant heat. He's got all the heels. He knows this history of wrestling. He's MJF, but better, dude. He's going to come in here and just chop the fuck out of people's chest. And then Rick Martel, Boston Crab him. The Romanian crab. You got a Bucharest crab. You got to have some kind of badass name for it instead of the Boston Crab. Bucharest Pass, the Bucharest crab, or it's Bucharest is in Romania, right? Budapest, Hungary. Bucharest. I know you're not necessarily from there, you're on the other side of the country, but you know, start thinking of your branding, bud. And so we'll just show you real quick what's happening in the college football premier, Big 12, and the top 25. Tiny dude, so dude literally put it to the tiniest size thing it can go, and I still struggled. Hey man, I'm telling you, try the oyster, heavy oyster diet, and seafood. You probably have better access to it than I do, or at least good seafood, and the iodine and some of that shit. You can trigger, I think, your body to grow another inch or so. I was always reading about it, but I was already like 22 or 23, and it's like, guys in high school or guys who start college oftentimes change like to a regimented meal plan with a dietitian in college sports or something, where they all of a sudden they shoot up a couple inches, and it's usually because they're getting those minerals and stuff that you don't normally get. Like selenium in your diet is, unless you're eating a shit ton of nuts or something, not real easy to get. You got to eat a bunch of greens like broccoli. Eat all the cabbage families you can. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, what other? Kohlrabi. I mean, eat it all, dude. But that, yeah, I mean, there's all the real knowledge I have other than protein. Get as much protein, get as much fucking L-arginine, which is another thing you can't really get naturally. You got to get our L-arginine from like a powder, and a lot of times it comes in pre-workout drinks and it has caffeine with it, but you don't really want the caffeine. Get that L-arginine. Dude, L-arginine is the best. It's actually good for your heart. It vacillates your blood vessels. So like, when you see people and they have the big veins ripping out of their bodies and shit, that actually is getting oxygen to their muscles too. And it all kind of is helping people perform at higher levels. But it makes your body recover faster. It's good stuff. I'm in a CD called Deva. Ton of medieval history and even Dacian Roman times. The Deva crab. Hell yeah, dude. Fucking sounds good. I mean, yeah, you got the fucking branding. What's going on, Nemesis? Early stream, yes sir. We got in here and snuck one in on the lunch break a little. It's just cold as shit too, so I doubt I'm gonna be able to do anything outside today. Tomorrow's gonna warm up, so I'm like, well, I'll do some work late. I'm just kind of shifted around. I'll work a little bit later. And we'll hang out here because I didn't get a stream yesterday. I was tired and work. Don't feel very entertaining sometimes. Heard Rockstar Games canceled the medieval game in production. Would have been interesting to play a medieval game. Like Assassin's Creed or something. So what it sounds like, right? Isn't Skyrim kind of medieval GTA? Skyrim kind of like medieval version of Grand Theft Auto. Deva's the gymnastic capital. Hell yeah. Nadia Comaneci is going to say that name. Instantly. Nadia Comaneci. Hell yeah, dude. That's pretty cool. I don't have anybody real famous from my town. Where I grew up, there wasn't many people. Here in Marysville, there might be one or two. There was a guy, Chase Blackburn. It's a pretty big deal in the Super Bowl one fucking year, playing football. There's kind of a skanky golfer chick was on the Golf Network that came from around here. There's a guy right now that plays Ohio State football. I don't know if he's playing right now, but he's on the team that graduated from here last year. He might end up being the most notable, but I'll give you some history about where I'm from. The most famous person from around here actually is the namesake. So the guy, his daughter or his wife was named Mary, so she's why the town's called Marysville. But his last name was Fairbanks, in Fairbanks, Alaska, along with the local high school here, were named after this guy who I think was like a senator or something. So he's probably the most famous person to come from here. Got a fucking town in Alaska named after him. The town is named after his family. And then I'm from the town I grew up in is DeGraff. I don't live there anymore. If you went to that town and you said my name, there's like a 80% chance the person would know or know, wait, is that so and so's son or so and so's brother? It's just that small. So the fact that nobody real famous has come out of there is not too surprising. We had a kid that played baseball at Toledo. He was pretty good at baseball. His senior year of high school, never struck out. Ended up playing baseball for Toledo and I think hitting like over 300 one year in college baseball. Not terrible. And maybe a coach there for him now. Probably the best we can claim. A couple war heroes, but fuck, you know what I mean? Like people that got shot. They weren't really war heroes. They got shot and died. And they are known for fighting in like Indian wars. Problem HD in the house too. What's going on, brother? Your Xbox gamer tags DeGraff. Yeah, that's the town I grew up in, man. We representing it till I die, because like I said, there's not that many people. It's literally one of those places where if you go there and you go to the right place in the right building that hasn't been, touched, you might see my name carved in some shit. Who knows? You might see a picture of me on the wall from one of our sports teams. Some of the proud days of DeGraff Riverside football. Fucking hit the win, baby. Hit the sign. That was my coach's thing. You hear me sometimes call Coach Dickie, like, or attribute certain things to Coach Dickie. It's really a mixture between my high school football coach, who was a military Marine drill instructor before he was a high school coach and teacher. The dirtiness from the coach that I had in semi-pro football, and then things that I personally probably would do. But Coach Grayer, hope he's still alive. I think he was the athletic director or something. He was still involved in our school not too long ago. But if you're out there, your daughter and your son, I think he had 2 daughters actually, and a son, Walker, I played football with. Hope all of them are doing very well. I doubt I'll ever see these people again in my life. Or if I did see them, not know that I'm seeing them. The most famous person in DeGraff is Hot Rodacy. You crazy. Coming in here. How are you doing, bud? Is this first time in here? I think you've been in here before. Good to see you again. And how many people from DeGraff are known in Romania? Maybe 1 or 2. There might be 1 or 2. That's where the people that did do stuff that are kind of like unknown, like they went and they did things like become doctors, and they're not famous, but like the people that actually did something, like there was a lot of people who went the military route. So I'm sure like somewhere in World War II, there's probably some people nearby. Hell, my coworker, she's on the Danube right now. She's on one of those Viking cruise tours. She said she's going to be in Romania. And I'm like, hey, if you get up kind of near Transylvania way, tell them, throw up a Hot Rodacy symbol or something. Maybe they'll know you. I don't know. But that was a small world. I'm like, people are going to be within an hour or two's trip of you. Maybe more. Probably farther than that. I don't know exactly where she was going to be, but let's play some football, shall we? Working, boo. Yeah, I know what that's like. Probably. I'm supposed to be working right now. I got my computer beside me, making sure no one's asking me for shit. It's cold right now, so I'm going to end up probably working in the after hours instead of now. And DeGraff's great as Black Sea Man G. Sea-Mang. Black Sea-Mang. I would love to carry the honor of being like the world diplomat for my little town. There's probably somebody else. Like I said, there was a couple of doctors and people who've, been successful, just not famous or anything. And I know a couple of people when I was growing up, I remember seeing pictures like they went to Egypt and they'd, been to Japan. Like they had really traveled and were really worldly people. And I'm like, even now, I've never been outside of Canada. I've never been outside of the continent here. I guess going Key West, and we got pretty close to Cuba the first time I went to Key West. That's still, I think, continent though. Wish Padres would have won both games in San Diego. I'm going to Philly. That series is getting interesting here. I don't really give a shit at all about the American Conference, American League. I just don't want either of those teams to be in or allowed to play, but it's interesting. And yeah, we're gonna show you real quick how bad LSU's doing. This is it. I mean, I'm pretty sure they'll have at best 9 conference games, so they could win 2 more. They may only have 1 more. Let's look at their schedule. Let's really look at this here. And I believe their coach retired or something after last year, which is part of the reason this just went to shit on them. But they're in the Big 12, the Premier League Big 12 here, where you got Michigan first game of the season. They took a loss. I mean, they're getting roughed up by those teams. They lose to Baylor by 13. Auburn gives them a good one, but they still lose. Mississippi State, they're getting closer, but they should have beat Army. They didn't. They did beat Michigan State, which is probably more surprising. And then Mississippi, they were close as well, but you know, Bama is not in, and Florida's not in, so they've only got 2 more conference games. And South Carolina's not doing great. South Carolina's probably on their way to relegation. So especially since they have to play each other still, you know, that's just one less win that can possibly get distributed to these 2 teams. And right now, I would venture to say LSU's clinched at least. South Carolina may be able to salvage it, especially because they also have another game. LSU, you're fucked. Traveling to Japan is not really something huge since a lot of people do it. Well, and the people that were doing it, I feel like we're going to very touristy, not necessarily Japan. I mean, it's definitely an experience, but I think that they were going for work a lot too. Since Honda's out here, there's a lot of people who would like do exchanges and go over there for sometimes a year or 2, sometimes forever. But the Warhawks, hell yeah, thank you, brother. We're going to get this win against LSU and just hopefully seal the deal. Somehow Pittsburgh still has all. It has all of their freaking conference games really left to play still. Michigan, Stanford, Baylor, Nate. I mean, they might still definitely getting relegated, or they could end up rising all the way up to like 2nd or so. But us versus Stanford seems guaranteed. The conference championship game we wish we would have had last year with them, but they were in our division, and so we got screwed out of the Natty because of it. Beat them head to head, won our conference. They had 2 losses and 1 less win. Or they were 1 less game played, so they had, I mean, it was just all these things, and we got fucked. App State, Florida State running ahead right now of possible teams that get promoted to the Big 12 next year. Penn State, Ohio State looking good. They might get promoted. They both might. One could be the at-large. And then let's look at the American. UCLA, of all teams. And then Nebraska, who just got relegated from the Big 12 last year. Chance to pop back in, maybe. Let's see how this breaks down. UCLA. Nebraska, probably heading for a conference championship game the way it should be. And still a lot of stuff that could go wrong here. These other teams could get that division. They're all having nice seasons. There you see the Super 3 possible promotees for next year. You've seen everything I need to show you, I think. Oops, let me show you the Heisman while we're already clicking buttons. Somebody send me a message. Bernie, thanks so much, Jeremy. Thank you. Conference standings here, Heisman. Got back to my old Steaua Bucharest save on Football Manager. One of my dudes just scored a screamer for like 35 yards. Does this show you actual gameplay? I don't feel like I've ever remembered watching games on there. Got a Champions League match, so I'm resting. Strategic, bro. Season 2 won the title. Hell yeah, bud. Any news on our pro wrestling promoter from those guys? Look who's sitting on top of the world. The sophomore phenom. He has burst, absolutely busted onto the scene here. 1,126 yards. And it's only game 8. He's only got 7 games under his belt. 160 per game. 18 tutties already. He had 13 last year as the second down guy. I didn't realize he almost had 1,000 last year. Longest rush. He beat last year's best. 9 rushes of 20 or more. He's been receiving more. He's got 8 receptions already. Could easily break last year's 10. Got some sacks given up. He's got 2 tackles probably on interceptions. I don't think he's on special teams, but he's having a hell of a year. And then Nick Wood, who was a big leader in the Heisman vote last year, except he was the backup. So once the other guy got healthy, they pretty much took his thunder, and he never could finish his campaign. Darren Newton, maybe relation to Cam, I don't know. He's got some pretty decent numbers carrying the ball. 131 yards, 6 total TDs. And North Texas going to get a Super 3 next year. This will probably be their first year to get promoted of any kind. Nick Brown, I feel like this guy's been at Auburn forever. He's been starting the last 3 years, it looks like. Last year had a pretty good season, 29 TDs to 8 interceptions. And he can run the ball pretty well. 6'4", load. And then the Nevada guy here, John Cruz, sneaky, 21 carries, 84 yards, 5 touchdowns. He's having himself a nice year. 19 touchdowns, just 5 interceptions. Not too bad for a Nevada guy out there in the standard 6. Managed to get 2 Champions League qualies in a group. I won 1 game so far out of 4. Lost 7-1 to Madrid. Ouch. 3-2 twice to Atalanta. Is that how you say that? Atalanta? They're in Serie A or whatever they call it, but I never really knew how to pronounce it. All right. I think it's time to go. Time to go. What happened to our music? We got no vibes. There's 0 vibes. The vibes are harsh. The vibes are negative. Void of vibes. A regular vibe void. That's not part of our program here. That is usually not a problem. Let me get this vibe resuscitated. Vibes resuscitated. I just picked a fucking album I've never heard before by somebody I've never heard before, so the vibes are in danger. Life support. This is all I know. This is all I know. Do this, and we do this. We'll do this game, and we'll hopefully be 8-0. LSU packing their bags to go back to Conference USA. Cheers to you, chongs to you. And melancholy piano music to you, I guess. We're not going to go about this like that. We're not going to go about this the wrong way. 1 second. It's got to be a little angsty. We need something a little angsty. Pre-game pep up. Pre-game pep up. 1 second. This is really beautiful music if you're playing The Sims or something. Can't eat, can't sleep, can't go to work, I can't leave. It's fucking go. Alright, we'll load this bad boy up one more time. I'm off the clock, kinda. We do this, we win, that's right. And then they're seeing Tulsa getting business done the last couple days. Is it still first season there? Second, I think you might have just started second season. I think I saw you building your recruiting board. I feel like I'm getting baptized right now. Hopefully in a good way. Baptized by vibes. Bap vibes. Crush this bad boy up. I just smashed like a fucking monster of a bud in there. Be my daily quota, maybe. First season, it sucks. We're back to the drawing board on our quest for 5 in a row here. We lost because of, you know, some bullshit in the BCS that they put Stanford in. Didn't let us defend our championship. Didn't give us, who was the obvious better team. We beat Stanford head to fucking head. We had one less loss. We had 2 more wins, and then we won the conference championship game. We were 13 or 12-1, and they were 9-2. Here we go. Those boys beating Moscow Locomotive. Third place goes to Europa. Got some promotion relegation going on in his world there. But this LSU team is fucking good. Like, why they are 1-7? It's just partly because of the you know, the Big 12 and the competition each week, week in and week out. But it's also that, you know, these guys are under a new coach, I believe. There seems to be a little disarray. I think the whole program, like, I thought was still there, though. Defensive and offensive coordinators. But they've got a good recruiting class. Their team is talented on paper. This is not going to be an easy win. And this program, even though they're going to get demoted next year, I probably need to keep them on the schedule, or they're going to end up pulling some Mississippi State shit like last year, Auburn, both of them getting in their top 4 non-super or non-Big 12 teams. So we'll look at LSU's unis. Their home team. What did I just do? I like that. How's that indifferent? I only have 2 choices. Or presets, I guess. I don't know about that jersey. I like that one, but these are all whites, dude. Those all whites are fucking tight. This, though, I think we're just gonna go straight purple. Bucharest in real life is not doing so hot. Lost 5-0 twice to random Danish farmers. Yikes. Man, I want to be a random Danish farmer playing pro soccer. Even just getting paid a little to get to travel and do it. Hell yeah. Sign me up. Sign me up. Alright, let's do this, and I guess we can push the buttons while we do this. One more time. I'm going to turn the camera off. We're going to go to town on these boys. We're going to go to town on that ass, boys. Get ready, LSU. Interstate rivalry here. Some recruiting implications. Pride. Bragging rights. Cousins. Fucking cousins. step cousins. Can kind of hold our own against the big boys, but the little teams got to dominate us. Look at this disparity in points per game. Holy smokes. Offense is going in two very distinct, different directions this year. Defense, both pretty shitty. And LSU gives it up against the run. They may not like Ouellette and our boy David Buck by the time this one's over, because look at us, 7th in the nation in running. We've got a couple different guys and our quarterback who will run. And defensively giving up a lot of points, but not terrible against the rush. There's some visits, big names, 4-star guys here. Cornerback, guard, and EN. Probably some others as well. Here's the top guys to watch. There is an injured left end. We may not see him. Kicker. Here's our top boys. Albert struggled last game, like he's done a lot this year, throwing the interceptions. And the QB is questionable with the foot stress fracture. We'll see if Cook can suit it up. In this one, with the season pretty much done, couldn't blame him if he's going to err on the side of caution. Not a lot on the line in this one, as we bring you to Baton Rouge for today's game. See opposite ends of the standings. ULM trying to get back to the Natty. Feel like they were wronged last year by not being there and getting a chance to defend their championship. And so Coach Dickie, with his promise that he would not leave until they kill him, fire him, or we win 5 in a row. Or arrest him, I guess. But he said they won't arrest him alive, so we will see if we can do it. Goalkeeper started crying after we lost 5-0. Gotta respect the emotion there. Damn, that fucking tiger gonna eat her, dude. I like the fact that our player is just fearless. He's just staring at this fucking thing. Like, absolutely fearless. Staring in the eyes of a hungry tiger. How could Coach Dickie fucking coach a man to be more courageous or and just fearless? LSU Tigers definitely have tails. They have heads too, though. So we'll start on offense, I guess. Let's go. Let's go. It's chilly up here for being LSU Baton Rouge time of year. Option, I don't know who they're going to have in there. The backup probably will be more of a mobile guy, considering he's just not as arm strength talented or whatever. Less experience, maybe. Oh, nobody's going to block. That's cool. Okay. Good start. Great start. Let's go. Will nerves become a factor? It's probably a question for us as well, yeah. LSU always plays us tough. And you come into their home stadium, and it's never easy. You know this. But we're going to try and make it look easy here. We're going to try to just fucking eat them up. And just fucking dominate. That's the goal here. Ouellette can't get around his own guy. And that LSU rush defense that's supposed to be so suspect. This guy's going into the passing playbook pretty quick. And our boy McGee, quick, he gets the first down. Last year's Bolitnikoff winner and top pick returner. Champaign County, Urbana, Ohio. if, and that's a big if, we win this, we can get 3rd place. There's no way we're beating Real Madrid. Yeah. It's good to have realistic goals there. Let finally getting some yards this run, and he just gets 7 like that. I mean, easy. He finds the hole, the men blocking for him create a lot of that, but then it's just doing what he's got to do. Get 7 yards every time, we'll be just fine.
Blue 19. Blue 19.
Trying to break it back in there. He'll get 8. Another nice run, though. And yeah, this LSU defense now looking a little bit cushier against the run.
Man left, man left. 3 down. Check Mike, 9. Down. Blue 19.
Trying to air it out again, see if we can try to keep them honest. Reliable Sodzinski will get just 3. 2 minutes in, we can see it a goal. Damn, we were so close to scoring. Right here, let's see what we got. My fucking hands are cold up here. And there's a lane to run through Roulette. It's 8 more. My hand wasn't so cold, I might have been able to push him up further than that. Fucking numb. Let's get you all a look at David Burke if you haven't seen him. Give Ouellette just a break for a sec.
Tight end left. 3 down. Mike 55. Set. 10-19.
Oh, what is he doing? That's not what I meant to do. I hitting turbo too soon. I think I screwed it up. He going up inside that block would have been ideal. 1-1, 20 minutes in. Why do I feel so cold? I feel like somebody has a door open or something in here. What's going on? There's Ouellette coming out of the backfield. We said he was starting to catch a little more. He had 8 this season. There's 9. This game and possibly 6 more to go this season. At least 5, I would think.
3 down. Hey, check right. Down. 10-19.
This one's just a fucking meat grinder here, walking the dog down the field. Only a yard that time, though, onto it. Not surprising him.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. Set. 10-19.
Oh, he got rid of it just in time. That wasn't happening last game. He wasn't getting rid of him. He was taking those sacks. And Terrence Johnson might have dropped it if it was last game as well. But we did hold on to win that. Just Elbert ended up getting benched. We went through every quarterback on the active roster. I think they all end up throwing 1 pick or more. Ouellette gets 7 that time. Scored again, Olympiu Moritan.
Double tight. Mark 55. Mark 55. Oklahoma.
Get outside. Get that block, Sadzinski. There's 6. Shows you just how dangerous he is. He sees it developing ahead of him. He's got the speed to just kind of get outside and buy him the time. And then easy money, taking it to the pay window. Team back from down 1-0, winning 2-1. Goodness. Stanford losing early there, but very early. And just a field goal.
The Warhawks are lined up for the kickoff. Lamb back to return.
Booted that motherfucker.
The kickoff is down for a touchdown.
Morutan with 2 goals. Absolute marvelous strikes, those 2 screamers. Our defense out on the field now, first time today. They come out with 3 wide. Watch for option, of course. Somebody hit him, please. I believe Lawrence Williams was a big part of last year's team.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Lingering nightmares from the game that the computer ended up taking away from us. The win that I guess they gifted us, however you want to see it. The loss they took away from us, it didn't matter. As you know, South Carolina ended up winning last year. The next game, they beat us and satisfied the prophecy or whatever it was. Hill there trying to rip that loose. He'll stop Lawrence, at least stop short of the first. Dilly. Need some fucking dilly defense here. And they're gonna pass it. Rolling out. Nice play there. We were all in on the run. Dominic Dennis hits the play action boot. Was it really a boot? I don't know if that was a boot. That was a boot. Basically sealed 3rd place finish. Hell yeah. GG. Still taking 4 from us when we know it's coming, but see a lot of white jerseys flying to the ball.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Louisiana rivalry here. It's not technically considered a rival, but my have places and tables turned as you look at the standings when Coach Dickie took this team over 0-12 to LSU now, where LSU was on the national title picture, where ULM is perennially.
Loss of 2 on the play.
Eric Gillette, the safety, the sophomore, coming from behind to track it. 3rd and 9. I like this 3-3-5 bear. We've been running the backup free safety in there. Godfrey's not too bad, especially if he's not having to do much pass man-to-man coverage. Get some pass rush, please. Are you fucking kidding me? Gillette comes up and hits him. Is he gonna? He is short. Safety worked his way into the lineup last year. Just couldn't register him. He was too good. We had to play him right away, and it just keeps getting better. Holding them there. The boo's coming down for them not going for it. I don't think this head coach is going to last long. I think he just got the job this year because of somebody retiring. And I think he might be done, so this game might be the one that does it. Losing to baby brother here, LSU's in-state, you know, subordinate. Five games we won 2, lost 3. One more game. Can't get second. Let's see if we let him get open again for another run. He might have had it outside, but he sees a hole in the middle and he just goes up in it, you know, like a man does. See a hole in the middle, and you just kind of try to get in it. Hard, fast.
Oklahoma.
You let that time a little more patient, you'll get the first. 5 yards.
Gain of 5 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
Still first quarter.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, Oklahoma. Check. Right line. Hey, check 24.
Luckily got that over him. This is something Elbert was not doing last game. That would have been a straight line bullet or intercepted somehow for sure. And I didn't want to throw it. You saw I started to run. I'm like, running's not going to be an option. And before I threw it away, I saw B just wide open.
Set. Oklahoma.
What are you doing on that run? Get a bunch of yards, that's for sure.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
They didn't expect us to make the group stage in the first place. Bucharest won the Champions League back in '86. One of the only 5 clubs not a Big Six nation.
Check. H blue. Hands screw it, guys. Mike 55. Down.
Oh, they're all on that. Jeez. That play did not work. So many of these pass plays in here that I never use. I mean, just like a whole formation that doesn't seem like to ask a coach. My offensive coordinator just never feeds me these plays. He says, maybe that's why, buddy, but they show my wide receiver with the ball despite my quarterback running it. Okay. 4th and 3. I feel like going for this. We're on their side of the field. 3 yards. 3 yards. It's a good play for 3 yards that I just ran. Say what you say about communist regime, but they know how to develop sports. Once the commies were overthrown, all our top talent started leaving. Why hasn't Cuba or North Korea won any kind of things? How, you son of a bitch? That motion took forever. I hit the button.
Delay of game, offense.
It took so long. Fuck.
Still 4th down.
Hunt it now? I haven't run this play yet this game, so. North Korea used to have a decent football team. Like the women's team or something. I don't remember. Elbert to Elbert. I'm short and under that route. Instead of running the post, he turns it more into a deep out or deep cross. I don't know. Deep in. The Eastern European communist states had great sports teams. Yes, absolutely. Very true. 6 of 6 so far for Cam Elbert.
3 down, 3 down. 24's on the board. Down. Oklahoma. Hey, check right.
Look at the run that time. Able to get through there. I just need to not hit the turbo button or hit it sparingly, and then you can slalom through that better. I always just mash this turbo key and run right into some dude's butt and get nothing. 2 yards.
3 down, 3 down. Check right.
Roulette. Fucking ball carrier vision. Speed going up. On another level.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
And he comes out of the backfield with it. Almost gets away. That'll be a first down. 15 yards.
Daniels on the tackle at the 9-yard line.
Nice read by Elbert.
Makes it
Sees
first
it.
and goal.
Kind of floats it out there for him. Nice drive. Looking good here. Can they get it across the goal line?
Double tight, double tight.
One of the greatest footballers ever came from communist Hungary.
Mike 55.
Romania also has some of the greatest football players, and Nadia Comaneci.
Moore brings him down. Gain of 5 yards.
Got that one. Remember a good tennis player, I feel like, relatively recently. Somewhat recently. Can't let Burt poach our touchdowns. We can't afford our guy not to win the Heisman here. Just because our backup's getting fed.
3 down, 3 down.
We can get fed until Daddy John Goodman's all full.
That's good for a gain of 4 yards. That makes it 30
And he just falls.
Hey, hey, hey. Pull her down, pull her down.
Watch the blitz, man, blitz.
Oklahoma.
Albert's in. Touchdown. Yeah, Romania, communist or not, has been really good at producing tennis players and handball players in tennis. You have Ian Chiriak. Top 200 richest people, nice. Ready?
is good.
14-0 now. Getting to that point where, you know, if they come down the field and I take the ball from them, they don't score and I score. I might
Hawks are lined up for the kickoff.
them a little bit.
Simmons keeps a return.
Just because I do want to get this work done. If I don't have to play this game, I don't have to deal with these sons of bitches.
Kickoff return for 1 yards.
Spoke too early there. Nice return. LSU's in business. Simona Halep, that's the one.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Female tennis, yeah. That's who I was thinking of.
Hale with the tackle. Gain of 3 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Injuries follow her every time she does anything good. Women's handball, we have Christina Nyegu. Greatest of all time, nice. Handball is one of those sports I wish was more popular in America. I'd watch it on my back, or I blitzed him, and then he did not make the tackle, and then my safety comes up just to get punched the fuck out.
That'll make it 3rd and 1.
Stop running that defense. Handball's actually fun to watch, yeah. I've seen it a few times. I've bet on it. That's the only time I've watched it, is when I've bet on it. Why is Stone missing every tackle? Above basketball popularity in Romania. Go man to man here, but I mean LSU, this team's decent. This record is not indicative of what they are, and so if I try to go man to man, I mean they've got players. So figure this out. It's going nowhere. Coach Stradamus tells us it's a draw. We believe it.
That'll make it 3rd and 13.
There's just people emailing me. What are you wanting? L&D support.
Man left, man left. 3 down. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Oh, please pick that off. I was distracted by an email, Nunez, you son of a bitch.
Lamb was the intended receiver on the
What
play.
does this lady need?
That'll bring up 4th and 13.
This person's talking about. Processing customer transaction. No return on that one.
Out of bounds at the 13-yard line.
Wait, we're gonna get a fucking hit right here.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Tight end left, tight end left.
There's a
Snap the ball, dude.
Pick it up, pick it up.
I think I'm back. It looks like it's gonna be two different streams because I went down for so long. I looked over and saw I was completely like flatlining. My drop frames were going crazy, and then the chat says offline. I'm like, I must have been off for at least a minute for it to, like, the backup. I think I have it set for a minute that Wisebot doesn't consider the session end if I come back to life. Oh, geez. So, this might get uploaded to YouTube as two separate videos, maybe, for one game.
That'll make it 3rd and 5.
Be annoying. The music and shit was not working when we tried to start the stream. Some sorts of stuff not working. Reggie Pearson gets away from him.
Person makes the reception. Called a gain of 12 yards.
He's had a couple of nice grabs here. Undoubtedly, we'll have more of a role in the offense next year as McGee leaves. This is the uptime of the session will continue, so hopefully it'll all be one VOD still.
Alford makes the tackle. Call it a gain of 6 yards. That brings
This
up
plan just
second
going to
and 5.
grind clocks. They don't have a chance. I was doing hurry up earlier in this drive, thinking we'll score and try to have enough time to get the ball back from them.
3 down. Mike 55, Mike 55. Eat.
Doesn't get the first. How does the leg get stopped there? There's such a huge hole. Turbo button. And looky there, Sanford down again. Almost halftime.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down. Mike 55, down.
David Burke comes in with the hammer time.
That's a gain of 7 on the play. That makes it first and goal.
Just a second. My dog is running around like a fucking idiot, and I don't know what's going on. Alright, so sorry. Oh, we'll finish this game here. Dog is going crazy. Probably a good reason not to try and stream during the day anymore. Or less often. Alright, I'm gonna get fucking. God damn it. I'm looking at this email still, trying to figure out what's
Delay
going
of
on.
game, offense. Still first down.
Double tight. 3 down. Mike 55, Mike 55. Down.
He will get those yards back, but he's short. It's burning more
Gets the
clock.
tackle at the 5-yard line. That brings up second and goal.
Larry. Check Mike 99, Mike 99. Who that? Down.
That one goes nowhere.
No
Damn.
gain on the play. That makes it third and goal.
Double tight. 3 down. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Down. Oklahoma. Check. Texas.
McGee again, touchdown.
The extra point attempt is good.
Stanford still trailing just by 3, but Army not going to be an easy opponent, it looks like.
The Warhawks are lined up for the kickoff. Lamb deep to return. The kickoff is down for a touchback.
Watch the backer, watch the backer. 52's the mic, watch Mike, watch Mike. Set, down.
Like a completion and get out of bounds there. All their timeouts in 41 seconds, they can definitely make something happen, at least 3. They haven't scored all game, so you gotta wonder why now would be any different.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Perry's coming at him.
Avery, the intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Right, Roger. Pull down. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Green 8. Motion.
He's short.
The reception.
Are you serious?
1 yard. 4th down.
They're gonna punt it. Are you kidding me? And they stopped the clock for us. It's fucking beautiful in all ways. And that's a beautiful block from McGee. Singleton returning this kick.
41-yard punt. Return for a gain of
Not
13
usually a
yards.
kick returner. McGee throws a block for us, though, and we're off and running. "26 seconds. Goes 62 yards.
3 down. Check
Let me
82,
do it.
watch 82. Let's go. 82.
Safety's coming. Sodzinski catches it quick, though.
Makes the run. Daniels wins him down at the 49-yard line.
3 down.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Check 9. Check Mike 99. Check. Oklahoma.
Oh, that's dangerous. Ouellette catches it somehow.
That's a gain of 12 on the play.
And we might be in field goal range. And get out of bounds, we might be able to run one more.
3 down. Set. 10,
Maybe
19.
take a shot at the end zone before we settle for 3, if we have to. Get out of bounds!
Number 85 makes the catch. Call it a gain
I
of
don't think he got out of bounds, but
1st down.
at the same time,
3 down.
we're
Check Mike 99.
we're okay.
Bruin.
It's a 1st down.
Twist. Set.
We just run the ball and take the field goal.
Was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Let's bring it.
We can try it here. We can try it here.
Hey, check Mike. Set. Oklahoma.
Oh, Johnson was open. Well, McGee's in. This one's out of control.
Let's go, baby.
Warhawks are making a statement right now.
The Warhawks are lined up for the kickoff. Simmons is each to return.
Get one more play off here. God, this half just went in.
Man left, man left. Watch switch, watch switch, watch switch. Hey, down! Down! Blue 42!
Uh-oh.
Blue 42!
Lawrence Williams gets a nice run there, but it'll be for nothing. Halftime. All Warhawks. The time of possession difference, LSU's just not been able to do it. They've been a couple of fourth downs and short that brought out the Boo Birds when they didn't go for it. They have to be second guessing themselves, knowing now points have just been so hard to come by. So we got another channel point prediction up. Do you think we can hold on to this 28-point lead? Cam Albert nearly perfect in the first half. No picks, that's the main thing. Roulette almost had his 100 already. Albert got a nice rushing touchdown on the sneak. McGee's been big. 2 touchdowns on short passes. He's not been hitting the big ones. He's showing the world he can play. Do some possession receiving. Sodzinski is normal. Amazing stuff. And Roulette, nice little game receiving wise. 3 pancakes for Sodzinski. Hale with leading tackler. Couple of TFLs by the secondary. Brian Singleton took that kick return, or punt return, I'm sorry, from McGee. I want to see something real quick. He wasn't bad. I want to see something real quick. We've got a lot of really good options for punt returners. Hard to crack that list. But yeah, Singleton's not bad. He's got 92 speed. This guy should be able to get on the field eventually. Got Godfrey here, who's not bad. He's just a freshman as well, but he's a little slower. A little stronger. But Singleton, not a bad coverage guy. There's got a red shirt in here, Jamie McKnight, athlete we converted to safety. He'd be the closest thing to competing for the job. Dude, but look at this. I mean, even our quarterback, Barber, could be a 71 returner. Their speed, this is not accurate. Like, it changes their speed here. Their speed rating. It's weird. I wonder if redshirting Cook or something. Since he probably redshirted Singleton. I mean, he'll probably end up starting him or McKnight. If we wanted to redshirt these guys to get just the maximum out of them. All right, let's back out. Let's finish it. I mean, at this point, if I was going to play more than one game, I would sim it, and we could get on with the next one, right? I would sim it and get on with the next one. But this is the only game we're playing, so I'll play a little more D, and we'll hopefully get the backups in then, make it a little exciting. See some of the future players here, such as Singleton. Futures now, though, these guys are getting on the field and doing stuff. Singleton, I know, has at least one interception this season as well. It's coming from the outside there, couldn't get home. They'll get nothing out of it.
Gain of 1 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Check fast. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Oh, come on. We'll stop short, but it sucks because you know that's coming. You know it's coming.
Got double tight. Check 26, check 26.
Runs right up the middle, right where I was trying to send that back or blitz. Gets 9. Lawrence Williams is a good running back, there's no doubt. It's just amazing how they've been so bad. Actually, where's my dollar?
Check 26, check 26.
Damn it. And then how's my dude? He's 6 me. He's gonna. God damn, how does that happen? Absolute mental lapse. Cook, what is that, dude? I tried to hit stick and he just stopped. He like stopped everything. LSU deserves to get some points, I suppose. I just don't like it. I don't want it. We wanted the shutout. We wanted a shutout. They've ruined it. Potentially. High probability. There's your... There it is. Sometimes they're just going to get it whether they want it or whether they have to take it. A little more exciting. Not much. Still pretty out of hand here. I don't think LSU's getting back in this.
The kickoff is down for a touchdown.
We ain't trying to let them anyway. Get let over 100. Start working Burke in there a little more, but we got a Heisman to win with this guy. We can't just be all casual and fucking Jim Tressel about it.
Number 24, the ball carrier. Gain of 7 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Three down. Check 82. Watch 82.
Down. Oklahoma.
Zinski's just so damn good. He will be missed immensely next year. It's blocking, but I mean, just catching. So reliable.
Makes it 1st and 10.
Across the middle, he's got that ability to get separation. And then he's an absolute fucking tank. No one wants to tackle him.
Tight left. Three down. Mike 55.
Set. 10-19. Hot. Run.
Roulette's gonna get rocked, but he'll get 3.
Carries the ball. That's a gain of 2 on the play.
He's just so deceiving. He doesn't look like a big guy, but he's 220. He breaks tackles. Fucking breaks people's wills.
Coming. Mike 55. Right there.
Have him wrapped up, and he's still getting 3 a pop.
Set. Blue 19. Hey.
Check 13.
Set. Oklahoma. Alert. Bruin. Hot.
Terrence Johnson will get just a couple, but slant route gets us closer to a first.
That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Cam Elbert's still high completion percentage.
Man left.
Three down. Watch
Set.
82.
Oklahoma. Alert. Lion. Set high.
Get out there. Damn. I thought I could have broke that if I hadn't sloppily ran through the blockers. That's a nice gain there. I just waited a little bit or guided that block a little better. But nice gain no matter.
Tight end left. Three down. Mike 55.
Set.
Eat.
10-19. Set hot.
Let's go, McGee. Oh, fuck. Underthrown. Hartman undercuts it. Just the ball's up there so long. Look at the man just watching. Waiting. Prowling on that ball. Maybe not the best decision. McGee's made so many amazing catches. Acrobatic, toe taps, stealing it from the defender in air and everything else. We just opening the door for him to come right back in here.
Tight left. Four down. 51, Mike 51. Down. Yellow 87. Sit up.
Oh, wow, the defender gets rocked. Lawrence Williams, man. Do not fight this man.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
Try to tackle him. We're not trying to fight him, but He's punching people out, dude.
Tight right, tight right.
Check 24, check 24.
Oh, fucking diving and missing there. Lawrence Williams is on a roll. Gotta keep this from getting close here. They get a touchdown. Pretty much right back in this. Could have just simmed it. Probably won by 70. But no, we gotta play the game.
Williams on the run. That's good for a gain of 7 yards. That'll
Oh
bring up
my god,
second
did
and
not have a fucking attachment. It says she attached a screenshot. There is no screenshot. Where did it go?
Here we go. Mike 51, Mike
Screenshot. Better focus a little bit here. Focus, please.
Man left, man left.
You know what the problem was? We didn't take a proper halftime. We didn't have a gentleman's halftime with accoutrements and beverages and some kind of bananas or some shit for potassium, electrolytes. And it's really showing up here. Fixing that problem.
3 down.
51's Mike.
I'm fixing
Mike
it.
51. Motion, motion.
Although we're not fixing the defense getting worked over. Oh, I fucking completely whiffed on the tackle. But it would have been a 6 or 7 yard gain anyway at that point. I
That brings up second and 1.
getting dominated. I don't get it. I don't get it. 5-2? You want some 5-2? I just don't understand how they're pushing us around.
Check 24, check 24.
Check 3, check 3.
And I have all-out rush block, blitz or whatever. Like, and the coach Shadamas told us it was an inside run, but he still does that. The 5-2 is trash. 5-2 is trash. The best thing I've had for stopping or the run is you got to have a good safety, but running the 3-2-6 bear just has more guys like around the line of scrimmage.
Hailed on the tackle. That's good for a gain of 1 yard. That makes it second and 10.
That's a 3-3-5. I don't know why I keep going at 3-2-6.
Tight right, tight right. 3 down. Hey, watch that. Check.
Stone finally makes a decent read.
That's good for a gain
Still
of
gets
3 yards.
4. Mike Parsons in now. I don't know if Lawrence Williams is resting. Sleepy. Banged uppy.
Hey, we got tight right.
4 down. Go. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Yo, Sammy. Watch the motion, man.
He dropped it. About 8 guys had their hand on that.
Williams was the intended
Just
receiver
want the
on the
pick,
play.
my friends. Come on.
4th down.
No more points. No more points. Hurts my pride, give them any more points. But, I mean, this LSU team's, what, 92 or 93 overall? They've earned the right to be in the Big 12, which means something by itself. And they've got a new coach. Things are changing on them. I think time will not be kind to this team, but mostly because they know it could have been better, should have been better. We'll schedule them next year just to keep beating them every year, since we won't be in conference with them for the first time since the Super 3 started. They might have been demoted once, but I'm pretty sure they were in the majority of the time. And we know that if we put them back in a conference that's not the Premier Big 12, they'll have a good chance, very good chance that they will beat us, or not beat us, but go undefeated possibly and end up, screwing us with the BCS. Albert has all the blocking in the world. Get out of bounds. Just don't fumble it. 19 yards.
First down.
Question resolved. I had no way of knowing the answer to that, but what I thought the answer was would have been right. It's just this lady thought a button was a button, and it ain't a button. It's just somebody colored something green that said, look for these simulations, but it was in a color coding in a different thing, I mean, it's just not very intelligent about it. It's the kind of stuff I have to try to fucking mind read what's going on. The lady who built it is on vacation, so she's the lady I was talking to phenomenal about earlier, being on the cruise down the Danube. Said she was going to do it like 2 years ago, but COVID, so they had to finally get it off their to-do list, bucket list in life. Must be nice, bro. I mean, must be pretty awesome to do that kind of stuff. Sadzinski! Big, oh, he's down. Fucking, that's not even gonna, no way. No way, watch this, all the way down, dude. He's rolling on the ground and it shoots out. He was down enough that my ADD had already focused on something else. I had already moved on. Yeah, Coach Dickie's saying, we're going to get that back. You ready? Go out there. They did not want to review it for us without having to challenge it, so I'm usually leery about that. This one seems so guaranteed, dude. His knees are definitely down. Oh, dude, I don't know where they might gonna give me that one. It's just so hard to
review the play. The ruling on the field is reversed.
I was gonna say I can't trust this game anymore, so I don't know. It looked like it was down, and then that last replay was just weird glitchiness where I'm I don't know, it was trying to tell me he wasn't. 133% red zone efficiency? Fuck yeah, let's go. This game sits on a throne of lies. It's fucking just dumb that we continue to play it, but it's the best thing going, right? It is what it is. The instant replays just recently, the reviews, had always been pretty reliable if you saw it and you're yeah, it's an out, and they would call it that way. I've had a couple, and it's with the foot's dragging, and then sometimes starts at halfway out of bounds and drags all the way, and then they call it a catch. I'm how? And then there's times where it's he'll put his foot down, and it kind of looks like it's already in, but then there's a little movement, and they consider him out, and I'm I don't really know what the criteria is, and I've been screwed at least once in a game-winning situation, walk-off play. maybe more. I definitely have had fourth quarters that have just been all of a sudden fucking wrecked because of a turnover that wasn't, or them getting a catch that would have been probably fourth down or something. Jerome Ouellette will finish the job there, though, as we get the ball back, and this one's pretty much academic. We'll have the backups in for the fourth. No reason to try and risk it. Everybody hitting their numbers. I think Elbert's over 250. Probably could use more yards, but Stanford's still losing by 3. That would be interesting. This year we'll probably go undefeated and won't need them to lose, but last year, of course, they lost twice and they still got in.
The Warhawks
So,
lined up for the kickoff.
if you're gonna lose, pick when you lose carefully, I guess. That's the big moral of the story.
Kickoff is down for a touchback.
Rod Adele, what's going on, Nemesis? Honeybee. You always throwing some emote combos out there. I like that. I wish there was flowers and roses around right now. Sadly, all the roses and flowers have withered. All the buds have closed up like tiny clenched fists. Some like part of a poem I wrote like in fucking 9th grade. And the birds will have to go home to their family and say that there is no seed to bring. And the flowers like tiny fists, all clenched until next spring. First 2K23 sale I'm buying. Hell yeah. I'm like tempted. Like I have the PlayStation up here now. It's in like range. I can see it. I have it in the like camera. So like I'm reminded it's back there. But I don't really have a game. I mean, I want to play Hot Wheels Unleashed. Seems fun. The game free this month, you know, PlayStation Plus, but without basketball or without buying PGA Tour or anything, I don't have that much of a desire to hook it up yet. See Grizz Knicks. I saw Ja Morant. Yeah. Saw the highlight.
Good for a gain of 6 yards. First down.
Saw the Nets stinking it up again. Blitz was coming. Gillette, how did you not miss that swat, dude? It went through you. The ball went through your body. 2K23 goes on sale. I'm not waiting for Thanksgiving. Yeah. I keep thinking about buying it anyway, but yeah, I mean, knowing that it's going to go on sale here pretty soon, knowing that I still have so many seasons of this I'd like to play to finish this dynasty if I possibly can. If I can get through these 5 natties in a row season before we turn the page, I'll be okay simming it, I guess. Cinnamon.
Makes the catch. That's a gain of 14 yards on the play. That'll move the chains for another LSU. First down.
See how long this takes. I might end up just having to finish this quick with a sim or something. It's just taking too long on the internet. My daughter here, I can tell as soon as she gets on the internet, it just drops. Throw it. Over. Just gonna hold on.
No gain.
Live to see another down. We're trying to get over 300 yards, but I mean, I don't really care. I'd like to get one more touchdown just to feel comfy, and then we can put in the backups. Offense and defense, because starting defense isn't doing shit
Blue
anyway.
14. Blue 10. Hot.
Number 24 on the carry.
Yo, Alex, what's going on, bud? I'm having some internet issues here. If you see me, and then disappear all of a sudden. Handing LSU their 8th loss here, hopefully, and pretty much guaranteeing their relegation, if it's not already guaranteed. Them and possibly South Carolina, most likely South Carolina,
First down.
out of our division. Forgot Elbert did throw that pick in the back of the end zone on that ball that just hung up there in the corner red the whole way. Ohio State's going to keep their undefeated streak. Well, Penn State, that was the question. They were losing earlier when we saw
Blue 14. Blue 14.
in Minnesota, I believe. And Minnesota was on.
24 with the run. Gain of 7 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Navy in a close one with Baylor. Colorado coming back on Nebraska. And Army's still up 3. Got a feeling Stanford pulls that out, though.
Double tight. Double tight. Double tight.
3 down, 3 down.
Mark 55. Down. 55. Blue 14. Blue 14. Hey, 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 hey. Pull it down. Pull it down.
McGee on the slant. I'll start doing that more. When they tell me it's a zone blitz, I know the slant's a zone buster.
That makes it 1st
And
and
then,
10.
you know, if half the guys or like some of the middle backers are blitzing, then they're just not going to be in the line of my throw, less people to possibly pick it.
2 tights. 2 tights.
Start attacking that.
3 down.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle. Set. Blue 14. Blue 14. Cut.
Young, all alone, no one guarding the backup tight end.
That's a gain of 20 on the play. First down.
We have some big shoes to fill trying to replace Sodzinski next year, but not bad. He's not quick. He's got decent hands, but he's not fast. More of a blocker.
Oklahoma.
Nothing doing there.
No gain on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Double tight. Double tight.
3 down, 3 down.
I don't know if Elber's had it. Yeah, he's thrown 2 to McGee, so
Down.
I need to force this if it's not
Blue
there.
42. Hey, hey, hey. Pull it tight.
But it's there. Elbert's best days in a while. He's over 300 now with 3 tutties. I feel confident putting in the backups from here on out. Came here and did what we wanted to do. was ensure LSU gets relegated. Put all fears and doubts of last year aside. Now let's just keep getting closer. If Stanford takes a loss there, I feel like we're pretty much guaranteed to get into the Natty, but there's a couple of other teams that are still undefeated, and Stanford will still most likely be playing us in the conference championship. They'll still get their division, I believe. Godfrey gets right down the field, but what is happening? This dude's still going. How did I not tackle him when I got down there? There goes the internet again. Better finish this quick. The internet is fucking dodgy.
Tight right. 3 down.
Unwatchable trash at this point. I mean, I'm just so done with this game. I wish I would have simmed it and just kept it short and simple. Got the backups in though. Getting you a little bit of chance to look at that. It's going to end up being like 3 different YouTubes if I ever export it out. It's stupid annoying. For one game. It's not one stream where we at least got 3 different games. It's just one long game that's been 28-0 at one point, over for a long while. Long been decided. Maybe before the game even started. There's a sack too. Edgar Williams, the DN. Looking forward to starting next year. The likely successor to Alvin out there on the right end. We'll force a punt despite all of that. We'll see if we can actually finish this stream. Didn't get a chance to fair catch that. Tried. I hit it. $25-point game here.
Downing comes in at quarterback.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
3 down.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
The room for Fox to run. 12 yards, easy.
Call it again at 12 yards. First down.
Tight left. 3 down.
Mike 55. Set. Oklahoma. All right, alert. Bruin.
Hey, motion
Check. Alert Sam.
We'll get 4 out of the pitch.
Call it a gain of 4 yards. That makes it 2nd and 6.
Timmy Hartman, 8 tackles today.
Crunch time, defense.
Number 6 Georgia Tech on the losing side so far. So is number 13 App State.
Blue 14! Blue 14!
It's into Terrence Johnson.
Makes the catch.
Got the backups in, but Johnson's still
That makes it 1st and 10.
featuring in there.
Man left, man left.
3 down, 3 down. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Oklahoma, check. Right lion, right lion.
Ingram gonna catch that one and get 8.
That's a gain of 9 on the play.
What is that?
That makes it 2nd
Slip and
and 2.
slide out there. He's trying to stand up.
Hey, pull him down.
3 down.
Hey, check right.
Set up.
Burke just running people over, gets 5.
That's good for a gain of 4 yards. 1st down.
Hey, we got tight left.
3 down.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Set. Blue 14, Blue 14. Set hot.
And Young's in. Tanner Young. Downing hits him. Runs that play flat. Gets under his defender. And he's in for 6. Second team getting some pride. Oh. Something. I don't know.
The extra points attempt is
Something. Stanford's back on top of Army. I had a feeling they would pull it out, but we'll see if it happens.
Lamb deep to return.
Navy holds on against Baylor. Nebraska holds on.
Lamb returns the kick. Kickoff return 22 yards.
Play another series of defense. Penn State does pull it out to stay undefeated.
Tight right. 4 down. Hey, watch that. Check right.
Anybody, he had to get rid of it. The pressure was coming from the backside. That's Nunez still in there. I think that wasn't Nunez. I don't know.
Larry. Hey, check 24.
It's just melding down on that one. I don't know what that was.
15 yards. 1st down.
Way to go, D. Man left.
3 down.
Hey, watch that. Check that. 3
Williams was coming fast, and Lewis is getting a tackle for loss. This guy looks like a machine.
Down behind the line.
Excited to see him play more next year as
That'll
Hale
bring up 2nd and 11.
likely moves on to a first-round draft pick. We're going to see some good things coming out of these guys.
Tight end left. 3 down.
3 down.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike.
There's a play made by this corner. Or is that the safety, Jesse Godfrey? Yes.
3rd down.
Redshirt freshman. Able to break this block, shed the block, get that. Keep contained there. Decent. Like the way he's putting in the effort here in a game that's kind of past meaning anything.
Tight right.
three down.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Somebody's going to make a tackle there. You only gain a couple, most.
Williams makes the tackle at the 40-yard line. That'll make it 4th and 10.
Forcing another punt. This defense, the second unit, looked better maybe than the first today. Although the first did have a pitch shutout in the first half, 28-0. If Burke had taken that one opposite side of the field, it could have went. See, Roulette, almost 200 yards all-purpose with the receptions added in today.
Three down.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go. Orange 3, orange.
Burke straight ahead will get 5.
That's good for a gain of 5 yards. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Double tight.
Three down.
Mike 55, right there. Down. 55. Oklahoma. Check. Shift. Hey.
Downing hits Terrence Johnson, and he's off. He's getting out for some extra after the catch.
Reception. Gain of 30 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
Hurry up. Downing wants some more love here.
Three down. Mike
Give Fox a carry.
Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Set. Check. Alert Sam. Motion. Up. Motion. Hey.
Look at Fox breaking through for a hell of a run. 16.
Call it a gain of 16 yards. 1st down.
Each time he's touched the ball, he's looked amazing. Hard to believe he's not the starter, but you got guys like Roulette, and then you got Burke, who's
Down.
absolute freak.
Oklahoma.
Leaves you with guys like Fox, who can start almost everywhere else.
For a gain of 6 yards. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Double tight.
Three down.
Mike 55. Check. Set. Line.
Picked. God damn it. He was supposed to cut across there. That's an easy touchdown if he just cuts across and catches the ball. And he didn't. Downing throws an interception there in the red zone. Probably should have just ran the ball.
Shift. 25. Shift.
Taylor with the reception. For a gain of 13 yards. 1st down.
Three down.
After dragging him down, they're still calling timeout. Please make this game end. Before the stream dies again.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Huh? Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54.
Williams, the ball carrier. Gain of 6 on the
Lawrence
play.
Williams just continuing to
That makes
work.
it 1st and 10.
Giving up on winning the game, but he's just taking some cheap yards here and there. I get it.
Three down.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54.
Breaks that one up.
And the intended
was that?
That makes
38.
it 2nd and 10.
Man left, man left.
Four down, four down. Hey, watch that, watch that. Check, Mike.
Williams, this guy's going to be a stud.
280.
On. In, thank you. That. It seemed like it would never end. And the stream that fucking dropped 2 or 3 times.
That's the end of the game. The final score is 49-17. Thank you for attending today's ball game. Please drive home safely.
Wrap this one up, please. Backup tight end who could have had 2 touchdown receptions. He gave 1 away and cost Downing a pick there. When was McDaniel in there? He threw a pass for 29 yards? And he is a junior. I thought he was going to be gone next year. He'll be back. Another big day for the Heisman hopeful. Burt gets a little action. Elbert, nice day running. And Fox comes in, gets 3 runs. Does some work with them. Sodzinski busy as usual. Touchdown. McGee gets 2 touchdowns. Tanner Young. Stone leads tackles. Godfrey ends up getting 6 too, though. TFLs. Michael Dodd, true freshman in there. It's an athlete I remember that just lucked into coming. So we'll go ahead and advance it here and see what happens. Then wrap this up. Yo, what's up, man? We've had the worst stream, like it keeps dropping, and I'm just trying to hurry up and get through. I think this has ended up being like 3 different videos for a 2.5-hour stream. Big news, what's going on, bud? Trying to farm these points around however I can. I really don't know why I have any points on this guy at all. Punter's already signed. Gilmore's looking good. We're still going up. That's good. Joseph, probably not going to get this guy. I have him on here for a complimentary visit, but I think he's probably going to fall off. So we've already added some to Barber. We probably need to add some more. Montgomery's doing good. I think he's okay. Patterson, we're going up now. This is one of those guys where we're like, do we even want to give this guy points? We gotta give them all to this guy. Let's see who needs a scholarship still. Offer this guy in a week or so. So I guess, yeah, we'll drop the points on him. I want to go after this guy a little bit more or not. Found a dude to complete the shuttle bus camper conversion. Hell yeah, dude. Installing the solar system, checking electrical, help with the sink and shower. That's awesome, dude. $1,000. Ready for my escape, dude. That's awesome stuff. That's awesome. Yeah, I keep looking at different campers and stuff and trying to find one, and I don't think I'm ready to use it quite yet. I need to get a little more disconnected with daughter, a little bit older. But I'm on the hunt. If you see one, or if the guy wants to travel, help me out. That's awesome stuff, though. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Guess we should give Mike Hudson a few. I mean, we were throwing points around, so this dude, I still think we can take a couple off too. Just give him back his even 300. Might need a few to try and help get that guy locked. Just might not lock if I don't, and then I guess we throw it at you. There's Ryan Luke back here who's not terrible. Do have to worry about that week 13 possibly snagging. We living the new American dream. Hell yeah, as long as it's warm. And if I was living in a camper right now and there's no sun, there's no heat, I would want to drive it away from Ohio, away from Michigan right now. But tomorrow's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be nice again, so even that, if I had to like run the van a little bit one night just to get through the worst of it. Paul Johnson's a pretty solid guy here. Getting the low lock cheese. Lock cheese. Skylar Black. We already scouted this guy. We know he's nothing. He's a 4-star. Demario Holland, we had already looked at, and he's a 4-star. Anything down around here? Big boy. The offensive lineman's enticing because the ones we have, we know we're not going to try to sign. They're not good. They're just for complimentary visits. Corner who's got a deal breaker on us. EJ Patterson. And it's not a bad idea to always get one quarterback, but Elbert's going to graduate. So Downing and then Barber. And then we have 2 guys that are going to be redshirt freshmen. So I think we should skip a quarterback this year. I feel like that we've got enough right now. What we don't have enough of, I don't know. Like outside backers, middle backers. Kevin Williams. Route running. Carrying, ball carrier vision, he's 6'6". He is a JUCO. And we're pretty deep at wide receiver. We've got a bunch of 4-stars coming in right now, as a matter of fact, too, like on our recruiting board. Steve McCutcheon's kind of interesting. 225, a little bigger. Ohio kid. Just looks average as shit. 4.42 athlete, 4-star. What is he? Running back? Pursuit, play rec, all that's decent. He could be just a bad safety or maybe backer. I'm gonna put him down. I'm gonna write his name down. We're gonna put his name down. We'll come to check out later if we need. Find athlete number 47. Robert Butler. Well, I think that's going to wrap this stream up. You see, we've got a big one against number 5 Michigan. They were number 5 when we played them last year too, and so they'll be number 5 next game, which I hope to play tonight. I'm going to stop and do some work, watch the news, talk to the family, and then maybe see you all again in a little bit. Take one look at how the top classes are going. No 5 stars for us yet, but 4 stars galore right now, and there's bunches of them. I'm still hanging out in here. I appreciate you, bud. Hope you're doing very well, and maybe we'll see you again later, or pop in, see what you're up to if you're on. But we should be doing some football, real life football, college football, pro football. I was able to get D. Hopkins. Ain't nobody remember he was going to come off suspension list. He's been with the team for a while, so just because he hasn't played, I'm not afraid that there's any kind of, ramping up. He knows the playbook, and I needed a wide receiver. Rashad Bateman had been hurt, and it's perfect. So, little football action. I think it's what? Cardinals versus Saints. Bet that money on the Cardinals. I think this should be an easy, especially if fucking Andy Dalton's quarterbacking tonight. But see how these top classes are going so far this year. Undefeated still Penn State. One and 4 Oregon, and they're in the Pac-12 now. They're down to the Standard 6, the lowest conference, and they're still 1 and 4. South Carolina, another big haul, despite the fact they are likely getting relegated. Ole Miss, nice little recruiting class. LSU, who's getting blasted and recruited, they still have 1 5-star, 3 4-stars, 10th ranked class so far. Florida State with a nice group coming. Tennessee, 3-star mania there. Imagine Texas is going to go up this list with what they're working on. They're still hoping to get promoted to a Big 12 next year. Central Michigan. Kent State, who's in a Super 3 this year, taking advantage of it. They got 10 3-stars. I just love seeing these teams start to get some traction and start, just basically, some teams are getting really bad, and a lot of teams are kind of, middling out. Where App State used to be dominant, Arkansas has been higher before. Bama's middling out. Colorado State's going up, kind of middling out. Liberty's had some decent years, and they're in the Super 3 right now. For how long, I don't know. Hawaii, who was Super 3 until last year. But yeah, they're all evening out. 83, 83, 86 for Toledo, dude. Gus Malzahn was there, he just retired, but this Toledo team is starting to fucking do stuff. They might end up getting into the Super 3. See if they can get up to the Big 12 one day, but what is going on there? They had Gus Malzahn as the coach, and then he retired. Nevada's working on something. 6-2. Michigan State's trying not to get relegated out of the Big 12 in their first year here in the Premier. And you see just some trash teams in here. And we'll leave it at that. Until next time. We will have a stream that doesn't cut in and out 1,000 times as well. Until then, you know I love you. Thanks so much.